This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smokin Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and MM-Aniacs. The nightly podcasts are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
You tell us what to wear. You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down.
Yes, indeed. We're breaking it down, all right. This is Wrestletalk with me, Ralph Williams, and Smokin Jim Frazier, and we have a lot to talk about today, and I can't wait to get this program started. Man, do we have a lot to talk about. A lot going on in the wrestling world. WWE, nobody expected Brock Lesnar to come back and compete against John Cena. Nobody, and I mean nobody, expected Seth Rollins last night to show up on Raw. I knew he was because he's a liar anyway. But now Seth Rollins has to be involved in a fatal four-way match. Isn't that going to be interesting? You know, so ever since he lied about his injury, AEW news, MLW news about a couple former wrestlers down there not doing too bad for themselves. Matt Riddle, Bishop Dyer, formerly known as Baron Corbin, doing pretty well for himself with MLW. Got a championship belt. So, TNA, once again, the Hardys versus the Dudleys. Who you taking in that match? Lots to talk about in the wrestling world today, and we're here to do it with you, myself, Smokin Jim Frazier. Smokin Jim, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. My most favorite thing to do all week.
Yeah, I know. You tell me that. You don't like Sports Corner? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. So, but anyway, yeah, it's the best time of the week here as well. I enjoy talking wrestling with everybody, and we're here, and we have some independent wrestling shows that will be coming up in Western Pennsylvania that we're going to promote for you here today as well. But before we do that, I finally got everything back where I needed to be somehow or another. I don't know what happened earlier, but I couldn't get put any of my banners up for my sponsors. So, but now here it is. WMATA Heating and Air Conditioning, 724-201-0500, studio sponsor here. We're here at Studio 10 in Berlin, Maryland, near Ocean City, Maryland. Studio 10 in Berlin, Maryland. All right. Also, Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland. Area code 410-596-1681. Give Mike a call today, Mike Dotson Realty. Also, if you need if you're going to buy a house, you're planning on doing a summer rental, or if you're even going to have a summer home, give Mike a call. He'll have a property for you guaranteed. So make sure you give him a call as well. All right, Smokin Jim, let's get into a few things here. First, I want to talk about the the clash of the clash in Paris, which is coming up this week, or I'm sorry, in about 2 weeks. All different types of matches going on here right now as the card is starting to come together. We haven't heard anything positive yet. We don't know for sure. Do you see Brock Lesnar, John Cena match? What do you see? What kind of matches do you think you see on this card? And I'm going to give you some of the ones that are already together.
You said John Cena and
Versus Brock Lesnar.
woo, woo. Man, I never go against John Cena, but I can't see him beating a healthy Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, also, I want to say that WWE has moved to ESPN. They're dissolving their relationship with Peacock. And where does the WWE network go now? And I've been hearing rumors now that, real quick here, that Netflix that is not happy with the WWE, just like Fox wasn't happy with the WWE because they promised to produce X amount of ratings and X amount of dollars, and it's not happening. So, a lot of people don't like the idea that they got to go to Netflix and pay. All right. Some people don't like that idea. All right. But WWE now has a working relationship with ESPN, and it's going to be interesting to see where they go with this from here. Okay, Clash in Paris, Smokin Jim, Sunday, August 31st. This is the first time it's been on a Sunday in a while. They usually have them on Saturdays. All right, it will be on Peacock. In the UK, you can watch it on Netflix. Okay, it'll be in Paris, France, and the match card so far: Seth Rollins in a fatal four-way match versus CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso. This match was made last night by General Manager Adam Pearce, who I think should be fired because he keeps letting Bronson Reed do those tsunamis and injure wrestlers. Okay, I think somebody needs to be fired here. Both general managers are losing control of their shows, and I think that something needs to be done here. All right, I get it. You want to get the edge on the other guy. I get that. But you're taking guys out. If he takes these guys out, what's left of the card? What's left of the WWE? And they cut wrestlers. All right, we'll talk about that later. There's a couple wrestlers, and I have a top five of some wrestlers who are five wrestlers who have signed contracts with AEW and will be making their debuts real soon too. We'll talk about that as well. All right, Smokin Jim, your thought on this fatal four-way? Who do you think's going to win? I like Seth Rollins. I just don't like what he's doing now, but I like Seth Rollins. I think he's probably going to win this match. CM Punk's going to come up on the short end of the stick yet again. I just don't, and LA Knight as well. Both of them are getting frustrated, I'm hearing, because both of them have been trying, and they can't seem to get anywhere. What are your thoughts on this fatal four-way?
I'm going with Seth Rollins. Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I thought it was going to be John Cena versus Brock Lesnar at Clash of Paris, but it is not. John Cena will be taking on Logan Paul. That match has been signed. Logan Paul versus John Cena. Your thoughts, Smokin Jim? Go.
Two wrestling legends. I'm gonna give the edge to John Cena here.
Yeah, big match, John. He wants to retire on a good note. I mean, he already won the title, lost it to Cody Rhodes, which I think was probably WWE's intention. So we will find out what's going on with that as we go here. So we will see. All right. Next, let's look at Naomi, Io Sky.
Who do you think will win between Cena and Logan?
Cena will.
Your buddy Logan.
Oh, he's not my buddy. I want him out. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Yeah, I can't deal with him. He's just stay do what you do best. You're a podcaster. You get what? 10,000 views per show that you do or whatever. I don't know what he does. I've never watched anything that he does, and I don't care. Okay. So, for anyone to say that, I'm against Logan Paul, I just don't like the guy. I don't like his attitude. I don't like the way he conducts himself. I don't like the way he, you know what I mean? He doesn't appreciate the business, that kind of thing, so that's just my feeling on him, so moving forward with him. So, all right. So anyway, all right, next, Naomi versus Io Sky versus Stephanie Vicaire for the WWE Women's World Championship. What do you think, Smokin' Jim? I hate to do this. I'm not a Naomi fan at currently, but I think she's going to take it. Go ahead.
I thought she was hurt. She's not hurt. She's healthy, huh? Oh, okay.
Well, she's hurt right now. She's not medically cleared to wrestle at this time. So, because Io Sky wanted a match with her for Monday Night Raw, or somebody wanted Rhea, or somebody wanted a match with her, or that Stephanie Becerra or whatever. And Adam Pearce said she's hurt. So I don't know what the injury is. Nothing's been said, so.
Well, I'll go with Naomi then.
Yeah, I'm thinking that could be the situation. I'm looking at some other matches coming up here. Roman Reigns, he's got a problem. He's got Solo Sikoa and his family, his little bloodline there. And his sneakers are with Bronson Reed. I would like to see Roman Reigns and Jey Uso again, or somebody. Roman Reigns go get somebody. Rumor has it that he's going to form a Shield, and Brock is going to be part of that Shield, and so is CM Punk, because they're going after Paul Heyman and his men. So I'm just wondering if that's the angle that they're going to go with. Roman is on Raw, so he would have to go after Seth Rollins if he wants the title. So I'm not exactly clear as to what's going to happen. I also was told that another match could happen. Again, it's going to be the rematch between Dirty Dom and AJ Styles, again, for the Intercontinental belt this time with no outside interference. So it could be in a steel cage. It could be some kind of stipulation. I don't know. I do know Dirty Dom is going after that AAA title again this Saturday at a pay-per-view event for the AAA company, which is now owned by the WWE. They have a partnership with them. They also own part of them, I believe. TKO has put money in for him. All right, we got Krypton here. He said, personally, all right, here we go. He said, personally, I know Ryback. Reeves, if you would like me to ask if he would like to join y'all in a talk. Who? Ryback. Okay, sure. Ryback could join us anytime. I welcome him. If that's for real, I welcome him. So there you go. All right, Smokin' Jim, let's go to Facebook here. Let's see who we have on Facebook. And then so far, those are the matches for Paris. We will find out. We will get more as we go along. We have till the end of the month for that. And so let's see what we got here. All right, let's look and see what who's on Facebook with us. I know there's folks on as well. Let's see. Oh, nope. All right, comment section wide open. You can be like Krypton, get on the comment section here and comment as well, if if you like. Also, I want everyone to take a look at my new RW Media Productions hat. I'm testing them right now. I got 10 of them from a company, and I'm testing to see what happens. May start merchandising them soon. We will find out as we go along with that. And also, I want to thank The Answer 1250. Here they are right here. 1250 AM The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. We have renewed my contract for my 2 radio shows that I have every Saturday. This Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. It's a possibility. It's not a guarantee. I spoke with the mayor this morning. He says he believes he's going to be able to come on with us, with me and Tony Moreno. Mayor Richard Latanzi from Clairton, Pennsylvania, from the explosion in the U.S. Steel. I want to send my condolences to the family of the 2 steel workers who got killed and the 10 who are hurt. I want to send prayers out to everybody connected with that as well. And I have some comments to make because this morning they reopened the plant. I don't understand how in the world you have a fire like that and then the next day you open up the plant. I don't get that. So, but anyway, U.S. Steel plant, the fire that happened yesterday, really sad tragedy. But, but I want to say, I want to thank 1250 The Answer for letting me put these shows on. And also every Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m., myself, Ralph Williams, Smokin, Jim Frazier here, along with Claudia Razon and Luther Dupree. We do the Sports Corner radio show every Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m. on 1250 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, and 1250 a.m. The Answer, pgh.com. All right. I want to thank The Answer and Salem Media because I just renewed my contract. Contract goes till March of 2026. I, unlike Cam Hayward, I'm not holding out for more money. Excuse me. I'm not holding out for more money. I accepted an extension till March of 2026. So the Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno show and the Sports Corner radio show both will be back on the air. And I want to thank Salem Media for letting us do that. I also want to thank the management at 1250 a.m. The Answer as well. All right, for that as well. So, all right, let's go back to, let's get some promotions here. Help out some of these independent wrestling companies. Erie Wrestling. Okay, Erie Wrestling here will be at the St. Lawrence Church. They've moved from their version of the Palace Theater. They have moved to a new facility. As you see there's the banner for them. They will be having a wrestling event coming up on this Saturday, I believe, August the 16th at the St. Lawrence Church in Erie Wrestling. So check them out as well. All right. Also, the Battle of in the Borough, free admission. Get this, free admission this Saturday, August 16th in Sharpsburg at the Battle of the Borough. It's the Keystone State Wrestling Alliance. Go check out my man, the Trapper Tom, the announcer. What a great guy. Their KSWA is wrapping it up this year. So get out there, check out some of these wrestlers for the final time. So free admission, it says here. That's what it says, free admission, live pro wrestling, Saturday, August the 16th. And it's gates open at 3. I believe it is here. And so it's at 700 2nd Street in, I'm sorry, not Sharpsburg, I'm sorry, in Natrona, Pennsylvania. So Natrona Heights. I thought it was Sharpsburg because usually they go to Sharpsburg a lot. I apologize for that, but that's this Saturday as well, August the 16th. All right, I don't need that banner. There we are. All-Star Wrestling, Saturday, October 25th. The pros of wrestling, Dan Polinsky and his guys. October 25th, they will be at the Athletic Association, the White Oak Athletic Association. Check this out, bell time 7:00. For tickets, go to prosofwrestling.com and check them out as well. And so we already got Erie. Let's see here. Here we go. Here it is, Smokin' Jim, September 6th. The T. Ranchelas farewell match, 4 p.m. under the Homestead Grays Bridge. Smokin' Jim, your thoughts on T. Ranchula finishing up his career, his final match, a retirement match. We're going to work on getting him on here for this.
What a great career he's had, man. He's going out with a bang. That's a great show and worthy of a long-time wrestling star like him.
Oh, yeah, and he has his own wrestling company, FNW. They are at the theater on the south side, the old Rex, the Enclave, it's called. That's where they hold most of their matches. So check out FNW Wrestling for information. The battle, it's called the Brawl Under the Bridge Slam Fest. September 6th, 4 p.m. under the Homestead Grays Bridge. Check this out. T. Ranchula's last match. Also, T. Ranchula is also with KSWA, so he could be at this event as well. The one on the this Saturday, the 16th. I've seen him with KSWA as well. So T. Ranchula, and we're also going to be keeping you informed about Bubba Brewer's stuff with Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. We're good friends with Bubba as we're finally getting ourselves back together here at Wrestletalk after my move here to Berlin, Maryland, and I had some kinks in the armor here a little bit, but we're back where we need to be, and we're getting things together. And we have one of the most popular wrestling shows as far as wrestling shows go here online. We're here every single Tuesday, 5 to 6 p.m. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and also on the Kick Network and also on Huddle Sports Network as well, and soon to be on some other ones as well. Brandon Keeler is watching. Thank you, Brandon, tuning in today as well. He tuned in earlier. Brandon is part of the Sports Nuts, NUTZ, the Sports Nuts show as well. Also, we have some other show notes coming up I want to tell you about. Tony Moreno and I have had a discussion. We're going to possibly put on an online show. We haven't determined a day and time yet, but we're getting there with that. And also, I'm going to be doing some work with the Sports Nuts as well. And also, Brian Pettit from the Brian Pettit and I are talking about doing a possible, and here's his network, the Tiger Stripes Network Media. We're talking about doing a college football show every Sunday where we're going to have Smokin' Jim, and you're invited as well if you want to come on every Sunday. We're going to review all the games that happen Saturday and make our predictions for the games the following week, and that's with me and Brian Pettit. Brian works with me on the Saturday sports show every now and again. So, Smokin' Jim, you're invited as well anytime you want to come on and talk with us on Sundays. So I'll get you a day and time, or I'll get you a time. So, and of course, they'll be here on our social media platforms. Also, regular season's coming up. Steeler post-game show. It's going to be new. Smokin' Jim will join me for non-home games, and we will not be doing night games. We'll be doing the 1 o'clock games and the 4 o'clock games on Sundays. We will not be doing night games at all because a lot of us work, and some people don't want to be up until 2 o'clock in the morning, for those 8 o'clock games and whatnot. So, but we are going to be back with this post-game show. This time it's going to be myself, Pensman Sports, Smokin' Jim Frazier, and a few other folks. We might even have a few other people on. I'm going to try to get some other guys on as well as we move forward with that as well. And I'm working on also possibly doing a pit post game as well. So we're going to find out how that goes as well. So keep in touch here on RW Media Productions. Don't forget my website, www.rwmediaproductions.com. And also our mailbag, RalphWilliams737@gmail.com. I have an email from a guy named Bill, and Bill is in Squirrel Hill, and he says, Ralph, he says, you put on some great shows. I like your wrestling show. I liked your thing you did on Hulk Hogan, and I want to say God bless you for honoring that man. He was the pinnacle of wrestling, and it's great that you were able to do that. So, but anyway, hey, Ralph says, New Bug, thank you for participating in the show, or New Gug. So there you are with him. And so, Smokin' Jim, let's talk about MLW for a minute here. Matt Riddle is the world champion down there. And former wrestler Baron Corbin from the WWE is now known as Bishop Dyer. He is a champion as well. So what are your thoughts on MLW and those guys?
Well, I tell you what, they got two of the best.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. I had to take a little drink here. Also, TNA Wrestling, AJ Curtis, who's formerly known as Top Dollar, is down there in TNA. Also, Mustafa Ali has his own little clan. And I want to bring up something here, Smokin' Jim. Remember Big Bill Collier?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Big Bill Collier, who wrestles around in Western Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, and all around the country in independent circuit, has fought and teamed up with EC3, Smokin Jim, and I saw that match in Indiana about a year or so ago. What I want to talk about right now with Big Bill Collier, if you ever watch TNA Smokin Jim or check it out on YouTube, they have, you see Mustafa Ali, there's a gentleman standing behind him in a suit and a tie. That's Big Bill Collier. He's his bodyguard. He doesn't talk. I don't even think he wrestles. I think he's just standing there, and he's part of that. And I want to congratulate Big Bill Collier on getting that gig. I mean, you know, that's a gig there, you know, so and it's a good one as well. So, you know, but I want to let everyone know about that as well. I want to congratulate Big Bill Collier, nice guy. I'll try to a few times try to get him on a show here. He had scheduling conflicts and was unable to you know, to get here or to be on the show. So, you know, but anyway. All right, we're going to go into Smokin Jim. Here's a list of five, I say, former WWE champions at one time or join AEW. You ready for this list?
Yes.
All right. Who do you think the first name's going to be?
I'm drawing the blank, bro.
Braun Strowman.
Oh, okay.
Next, you ready? It's a female wrestler. Go. Shayna Baszler.
Wow.
Okay, he's going to sign with AEW. So is Braun Strowman. All right, and we have Dakota Kai. Remember her?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, she's going to sign with AEW as well. All right, so that's 3, and I think there's about 5 of them here. So let me see what we have here. So far, I've got 3 that I'm able to see here. I think there's a couple more. Let me see here. But I do know that these 3 are a guarantee. They've signed contracts or are about to sign contracts. Karrion Kross is no longer with the WWE, Smokin Jim and everyone out there. I know a lot of people, and I thought he wasn't handled properly in the WWE. Once he made the main roster, he had his little faction there with the AOP, Paul Ellering, and whomever. And he, you know, then that faction went down, and then wrestlers got cut. They didn't have creative room for him. And then he started drifting away, and he started having a feud with Sami Zayn, and then now they just ended it. So his contract's up. He's on his way out the door. Smokin Jim, what's your thoughts on Karrion Kross?
Well, he got a lot out of his career. Maybe he can come back at one time. I thought he would do a little bit better because of his you know, his girlfriend was real good. But he was better with a faction, and you know, he just it's hard to make it, man. That's the WWE is the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, the NHL, man, of wrestling. So it's hard to make it to the very top and stay there.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot. And you know, he was NXT champion for a little while, and you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here with this. You know, with his career as he moves forward. I think he's also possibly going to go to AEW as well, because you do know AEW gets all the old WWE people and they get them back. I'm hearing, and right now, Smokin Jim, Chris Jericho's in a contract negotiation to come back with the WWE. Another guy that Vince McMahon said he would never bring back, would never make the Hall of Fame. You know, but Triple H runs the show now, Paul Effect, and so now here we are with this. So, you know, I think he's probably going to be coming back. I heard they're working out all the financial details. And so we'll go from there. Smokin Jim, your thoughts on the current AEW situation? As you know, you have Swerve Strickland trying to get up to the championship. You got Hangman Page, still the champion. You got MJF crawling up his butt. Got kicked out of the Hurt Syndicate. The Hurt Syndicate still tag team champions. You have Adam Copeland going after FTR for that backstabbing nonsense that they pulled and put him on, put him on the shelf. You got Christian Cage away from his family, Nick Wayne and his mom, and if that's who she is, has been involved. A lot going on in AEW. A lot of different storylines now, a lot of different things. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm big on the MJF. So I thought it would last a little longer with the Hurt Syndicate, but I think eventually, he'll probably get a one-on-one wrestling match with one of the guys from the Hurt Syndicate.
You are correct. I heard a rumor that as soon as MJF wins the title, Bobby Lashley's going after him.
Okay,
That's a rumor out there.
Yeah.
It's not a guarantee. It's a rumor, though. Darby Allin's back. He tried to throw John Moxley down a set of steps, and whatnot, just like John Moxley did to him. Moxley now is saying there's no room for Darby Allin in wrestling, and he wants him out. And that whole Death Rider thing is starting to fall apart now. Guys are getting hurt, getting injured. Pac is hurt again. He's been hurt every time he's been in any match in AEW, I think. So they're short Will Ospreay right now. And then you got the Don Callis family still increasing and doing their thing. And so we'll go from there. We'll see where it goes with AEW. It looks like they're doing pretty well for themselves, and starting to put in some storylines instead of just throwing wrestlers out there and not having room for anybody else. It seems like they're starting to come up with what I call balanced cards and balanced matches and stuff like that. That's what it's looking like now. So we'll find out where they go from there as well. I haven't kept up on ROH too much. I do know that at one point Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara were a part of were the tag team champs there, and they were 6-man tag team champs. I forget who the third person was that was with them. Dustin just lost his belt to Takada with the he's with Don Callis. He just lost his belt to that guy, and so we'll see where that goes from here. As we move along here. Let's see what we have comment section here.
That's when they used the screwdriver, huh?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, and they bloodied him up pretty good. He is hurt, so he will be back. It says, "Hi, this is Chris Gallagher's new listener." Hey, Chris, thank you for being part of the program, Chris. Appreciate it. Much appreciated as well. All right. It's good to have you there. And when do you usually stream? I stream on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and I also stream on Saturday. So if you're interested, and I have some other shows going on, take a look at Ralph Williams RW Media on YouTube. Subscribe and check out all my archive shows the way I see it. Tomorrow, speaking of that, Ralph's Opinion the way I see it, combination, 7:30 to 8 is the Ralph's Opinion show. Lots to talk about. Donald Trump, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there's a lot of that. So we're going to talk about him and what's going on with the president. And I had a series that I started, Smokin' Jim, and I think you might be interested in because you're the type of man that likes the sports book and gambling. Last week I talked about the fall of Las Vegas. They're not doing too good right now. And this week we're going to talk about Atlantic City. Atlantic City is going down a toilet because everybody on the East Coast, all the states that surround Atlantic City, all have casinos. So we're going to have a discussion as we continue our series about the rise and fall of some of these casinos, the big cities that relied on casinos to make money are not making it anymore. And, a lot of people, there's casinos everywhere now almost. I think Smokin' Jim will agree with me on that. There's even casinos in Niagara Falls, on both sides. So, and it's all over the place. So why go to Vegas? I can stay here and gamble, or whatever. So even down here in Maryland, we have a casino. So, Delaware, nearby Delaware has a casino. So Atlantic City's lost in the shuffle here. Smokin' Jim can probably tell you some of the great boxing matches that he witnessed or probably had been to in Atlantic City. Correct, Smokin' Jim?
Yeah, I tell you what, at one time, man, Atlantic City, man, was the East Coast, Las Vegas, man.
Yeah.
They had so many big matches, especially when Mike Tyson was coming through. He was just a draw anywhere he went, man. So they have a Hall of Fame in New Jersey, and they got fighters in there from all over the country because they made a career fighting out of Atlantic City.
Chris says, my favorite tag team of the 80s are the dynamic duo, Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez. Yeah. The 80s was, Chris, was probably the best era of wrestling. Wouldn't you think, Smokin' Jim? Hulk Hogan and all them guys. And they had a lot of great wrestlers, both in WCW and also, with Ric Flair, Sting, and all that stuff carried into the 90s a little bit as well, So I think that that probably was the era of wrestling. A lot of people, if you talk about wrestling now, they don't want to talk about it now. They loved it when it was around back in the day, in the 80s and stuff and 90s. That was the time when I think wrestling was at its strongest. It's coming back. I mean, as far as popularity goes, it's starting to really come back. So we'll see where it goes from there. And then Chris also says some of the Munchkin was better, or he says the same Munchkin was better than NWA than today's wrestling. Yes, absolutely, I agree. NWA today is nowhere near. You still got EC3 there carrying the load, and you got a second generation wrestler, and I can't remember his name. Funk, one of the Funk kids is there. Dory Funk, I think. Yeah, he's there. So, but that's it. NWA really doesn't have much. It's owned by Billy Corrigan, lead singer for the Smashing Pumpkins, who was once a partner in TNA and in ROH and a few other places he's been. So, but he has his own wrestling company, NWA. They lost out to the CW because the CW told them not to put on some ridiculous material that they were supposedly were told by the CW not to put it on because it's not family friendly. CW is a family friendly station, and they didn't want that on there. And they told the NWA not to put it on there, and they did it anyway. So what happened? They canceled the NWA like a rubber stamp. They got rid of them real quick. So they don't have a national network. TNA is about to be sold. From what I understand, Shane McMahon is buying it from Anthem Sports. If that happens, I see them getting a national network to be on as well. So, we'll see where they go. And that Pensman Sports says, hello, how are you? How are you, Pensman? Thank you as well. Don't forget, tune into his Pensman's material. He has New York Yankees. He also is on the Saturday Sports Show with me time and time again. We do a lot of stuff together here on our social media platforms. Please subscribe and also follow him as well on his Twitter page. And also here, I want to show you. I want to show everybody something here as well. And let me see if I can find it first. I think I still have it here. There we go. Didn't go bye-byes, I don't think. No, it didn't. Here it is right here. Boom. There it is. There's me and Pensman Sports. There you go. Right on the boardwalk here in Ocean City, Maryland. It was a pleasure meeting up with him on the boardwalk. And if you're coming on the boardwalk here, you're coming to Ocean City, want to meet up, just email me, RalphWilliams737@gmail.com. We'll meet down at the boardwalk and have ourselves a great time. So, I've made a lot of friends here because of the boardwalk. And and I've gotten a lot of subscribers because of the boardwalk. NWA was Vital Alliance in the 1980s. Yes, Chris says that. Thank you, Chris, for that. And there will be NXT NA. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. And then it says the two still have a chance of reclaim the glory days. They do, Chris. But they have to be managed right. They have to get a national network ROH needs to be on a national network. Tony Khan needs to let them run on their own and not be having ROH people on AEW and all that stuff and, whatnot. I mean, I know what he's trying to do. And some of the people who don't work on AEW, he puts them on ROH, and you really don't see them because they're not on a national network. I don't even think they're not even there. They're on their website or something. They don't even have. They're not on Access TV, at least like TNA is on Access TV. They're not on Pluto. They're on none of them channels at all. None of them. So eventually Tony Khan, if he wants to keep ROH and market it properly, he's going to have to put them up. Or Billy Corrigan's going to have to get his head out of his butt and start doing something as well. Smokin' Jim, any final thoughts before we wrap things up here tonight?
Hey, man, another great show, man. You're the best of the best, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Smokin' Jim. Thank you, everyone, for participating in the show today with your comments and also for watching. Don't forget to join us again next Tuesday. We'll be back here at 5 p.m. for Wrestletalk with myself, Ralph Williams, Smokin' Jim Frazier. And Chris says one more comment from Chris. NWO had Jim Crockett Jr., Eddie Graham, and Bob Geigel as presidents, and they knew the brains and they knew the business. Absolutely. Chris, you are not wrong. Those Jim Crockett Promotions, he had some of the best wrestling companies, and if he didn't get bought out by Vince McMahon and Vince McMahon didn't buy everything up and he could have survived, I got to tell you, he could have been really something. All right, Pensman said CM Punk wants to break Seth Rollins' legs for the championship. Yes, he does. All right. 4, Smokin' Jim Frazier. I'm Ralph Williams. Have yourself enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And don't forget to join me tomorrow night, 7:30, right here. And we'll also, for Ralph's opinion, we'll be talking about, as we do every week, the good, the bad, and the ugly of Donald Trump. And we will also be talking about, the way I see it, the U.S. Steel plant in Clairton. Please say your prayers. 2 dead, 10 injured. Had to go to the hospital. The plant is a mess. I'm not happy with the management at U.S. Steel for opening the plant up today again. I think they should have kept it closed for at least a couple more days, clean it up a little bit, then bring everybody back. They immediately fired everything back up again today. I know you're trying to recoup business and take care of customers, but sometimes when things like this happen, you got to take a break for a minute and think and sit down and go, hey, wait a minute. We need to, you know what I mean? But, I'm not the management of U.S. Steel, but that's just my opinion. And you'll get it tomorrow, starting at 7:30 right here on our social media platforms. Smokin' Jim Frazier. I'm Ralph Williams. Have yourself a great day, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday.